Oh no, I was unprepared as always. Sorry, everyone. Oh, hey, there you go. All right, I'll play. Let's get online. What's happening? Sorry, that was my fault that we ran late. I literally lost track of time. I was installing a porch light, and all of a sudden I looked at my phone and went, "Holy!" And yep. And I ran down here and I hit up. And Pete's like, hello, are you there? And so I was like, yeah, I'll be 10 minutes. Sorry. So I apologize, everyone. I really do. I got a lot of stuff going on. And, I had canceled the last two Amico shows because of stuff that's just been going on in my life. And I didn't even I knew I was going to do it, but I totally forgot. Like I just lost track of time. And so anyways, we're here. That's the important thing.
I was getting ready to walk next door and start pounding on the door saying, like, where the hell are
I know, right? You just see me in here slamming beers.
It is really something.
Oh, man. PJ in the house.
If I did this right here, I could literally do a jaw drop.
Yeah. Yeah, as it creeps up, then you just kind of, there you go. I love it. I love it. Live in the moment. Yeah. Lock it. Yeah, I actually got through the first level without dying. First time ever. Let's see what else we got here. Super Mega Graphics 64. Everything is okay. Yeah, maybe he got his hands on an Amico about Chuck. Wouldn't that be something? Let's see. Big block. Yes, I'm okay. God, thank you guys. Sorry about this. PJ says I'm hitting the like button regardless. Ass back in the house. Let's see.
Well, it's pretty good. We're back up to 14 already, even though we're
HBK.
over 45 minutes late.
Yeah, we're only 45 minutes late, guys. I mean, getting worried. Yeah. Anyways, if AstroSmash. Okay, so I put a new poll out. So if you guys seen this one, it's amazing. Because I added sports games, so we have. But I also threw AstroSmash in there as a fourth. So if AstroSmash wins the poll, can you do a 5 or 10 minute time limit? I don't know, man. I think if we're actually going to do AstroSmash, I say we go all out and do some AstroSmash. I mean, obviously, I won't pull the replay. I won't knock it. I'll probably start it like a fourth level or whatever level. I'm not going to play our whole run because that can go far. I haven't done a good run in AstroSmash in a while. So if that is one, but we all want you to pick, or I want you to pick bowling. So, but we have bowling, auto racing. Where am I at?
Golf,
and AstroSmash. So right now, bowling's at 43%. Rock on. Auto racing, no love. That's sad. Golf at 29 and AstroSmash at 29. So very cool. Very cool.
I picked bowling for you, Chuck.
That is awesome. That is to me is just a great time. Time the first one to 30,000. Shortest time wins. I don't know, man. I say if it is the AstroSmash Mondays, stream. I say if we're going to do AstroSmash, we do it. We do a whole game. As much as I love the time limit thing, which we can do eventually or something, but I don't know. I'd like to see what each one of us, if we actually sit down and put our mind to it, how far we can get on this game. And like I think my top was 350,000 or 370,000. And I think I was playing a little over an hour, almost like an hour and a half.
Wow.
So yeah, like I said, I can always edit up our games at the end or something.
I did But what level are we going to start at? Disc level?
Yes, disc has to be disc level. Yeah,
I did 98,000 the other day on a stream. So
I think I saw that must have been the stream I watched because I was
just last week.
I think I watched the replay and I was going forward to see how far, and then I saw the gray. I was like, nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
didn't get back around to the black, but that's all right.
It gets to the point. Well, especially when you're doing a stream, you're trying to do different games. It's always in the back of your mind. But I mean, if you have it to where you set a good hour aside and you know, hey, I'm just gonna focus on it. It makes you'll get back in that zone and back and forth.
Sure.
But because I remember, I think at one point this is when I was living in California, we had 5 guys in the house. It literally we had an entertainment center. We had 2 TVs, so we had cable. And mind you, back then it was all CRT. So a big CRT on one side, and then the other side was my other CRT and we had and I was like in the same game at ASTROSMASHED, like an hour in, and we had 4 other people, yelling and talking on the TV or watching the TV. Yeah. And I'm like, and then me and my other friend are like, oh my God, like we're getting, he's getting farther. So like, talk about the stress of having a loud house and another TV right next to it. And, to actually sit down and until eventually you just go, okay, I'm going to kind of kill myself off. Like I can't go any longer, Wow. There was a bot that played the Astro Smash, had 655 free men at one point. Dude, a bot. I didn't know they could have bots play that. That'd be kind of nifty.
How would it know where to shoot?
I don't know. Watch the entire Flamenco's interview. It was epic. Wondering if Miko Forever is coming back this week. I'm going to try to bring that back this week. Like I said, there's just been a lot going on in my life right now that I've been, not that I don't want to do that or this. I just like look at me. I forgot, like I was a half hour late today for this one. But I'm going to try my best. I'm going to try my best to have that happen on Wednesday. I'll tell you that. But thank you for watching that. Yeah, man, 655 free men. Oh my God, that's insane. But yeah, I've seen it where I've got up there where it's like I said, I've been playing for like an hour and a half, I can't even remember. I just knew it was a long time to the point where I'd hit 1 and 9 and go grab something to drink, make a sandwich, and come back and pick it back up, and then try to get back in the zone again. You'd lose a few men right away, but then.
Well, that was what they said back when they had the competition, is they didn't specify what level to play with. So if you start at one of the slower levels, it stays that way for quite a while. So you can get up into a high score before you ever get to the point where it catches up to you.
Huh.
Oh, excuse me. And, they also didn't stipulate anything about the pause feature, so people were playing it all day and then pausing it, going to bed at night, going to work, and coming back and picking it up, playing it again for a while. And they'd have 100 free men, and they'd play it for days and days until it actually doesn't have a protection on the once you get some ridiculous score like 9,999,000 or something like that, it rolls over to ASCII figures. It doesn't have a checksum feature on it, so you can roll a score right up into these other figures.
Really?
That happened, and then they had to bring in the programmer to go into the GROM and figure out what the scores were according to the certain ASCII figures that were sent in.
Wow.
So, yeah. Yes.
Thanks, Sweet and Tender. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, no, I didn't know that. Like, that's kind of cool. Man, I mean, I doubt I'd ever be able to roll. I mean, I guess if I did something like that, I do have a nice, I wouldn't want to overheat my machine, although I have a nice exhaust fan on it. That's a pretty high powered one too.
Hey,
well, that being said, I was going to say, so Jeff, we were just talking about your,
my epic performance,
your epic performance / just, frustration on it. And
you got to remember, this wasn't my first run. This was my last run. So I'd gone through this, and this is the most points I got, which was really frustrating.
Hey,
Luke.
And remember, if you have the opportunity, the ability, get the 8K version of this, and for emulation, it is so much more fun to play, and it's free. You can get it right on the Intellivision.us in the ROMs vault. So,
So what I was thinking of doing, and I know I know I was talking to Luke for a second about this, is I have a Pi. I mean, obviously it wouldn't be using my flashback, but for the certain games that I can use that are not really control pad, action.
Yeah.
I could take this Pi and put emulation on it. So I was kind of talking to Luke about that. So maybe I can pull something like that off soon and I'll basically have like the flashback, but it'll just be this.
The thing is, the flashback, other than the controller ports, really doesn't mean anything. He could have it in any case. It's just,
right.
But I don't know how he does the controller ports. That'd be interesting if you could get that figured out and get a what do you call it? A copy of the software off that and put it over onto another Pi. It'd be perfect.
I mean, to be honest, I'd even like better, which I'm surprised. I don't know if that's easier, but is to take an original, because there's a million dead units online I could buy and just take the controllers off. And, like I said, and find a really good controller or a couple controllers and see if it's possible to wire those to the Raspberry Pi. Like I said, I don't even care if it's a black box. It doesn't matter as long as I got this going,
That's right.
There's those USB. Was it you, Pete, that were showing those? And we were talking about those USB ones coming out where they have fun Kickstarter or something like that? Or
they have had them in the past. And there were some on the, I don't know if you can get them from, oh, brother, I have brain farts tonight. Same place as Norseman.
Oh, they're the same.
Kote Gamers had them, but I'm not sure that they made any more than they sold on Atari Age of those controllers. And I'm not sure if they were 9-pin or if they were USB. I think they were 9-pin as well, though. So it's a matter of really, you're better off to figure out how they did the controllers on the Ultimate Flashback.
Yeah.
And
Indy Racing. Luke, take off, eh?
Yeah, I'm the only hoser on the panel. Luke's a hoser too.
You know what's weird about that comment is I was listening to the radio going to work this morning, and "Take Off" by Mackenzie Brothers came on.
Oh wow!
I literally haven't heard that probably since it came out 40 years ago.
King crab
one day.
Just need some soldering skills for the. Yeah, I'm to the point now where I might just find a person that mods stuff and just throw them a couple bucks and see what they can do, because I know I was talking to PJ about that too, because I guess he was saying there was a guy that does the same thing that did this RCA mod. He does HDMI mods for the original Intellivision.
Yeah.
Which would be cool because I'd still love this, but my thing is what I want to, and it's funny because I was just talking to a really nice dude that I'm doing a little bit of painting work for, and he's got an old countertop, like an old, like Formica, kind of looks like granite, but it's a Formica countertop about, I don't know, maybe 6-7 foot long piece. And I was like, hey, what are you going to do that countertop? Because what I want to do down here is I want to mount like probably 4 32 inches or 2 32 inches and 2 like 42, 45 inch flat screens. And I want to have a couple of televisions on one and Atari on another and a Sega Genesis on the other. And I want to have like, or switch them out and have Nintendo, whatever, but I want to have like 4 or 5 game systems. So I'm going to build like this, like basically like this long 7-foot pedestal bar, kind of like with all the systems set on them and then TVs mounted, so on one wall in my basement. So I think I want to do that and kind of have it ready for my Halloween party and kind of do a kind of a retro setup there. So, and the cool thing, the only bad thing about Intellivision is after it's set on for a second, the screen turns gray.
Yeah.
So you always got to kind of go by and like touch it. The only game it will not do that, it might be coupled, but I know one of them for sure is Burger Time because there's always stuff moving on the screen.
Okay, yeah.
But it's on only on the title screen. So, like Burger Time, it'll slow down, but it'll stay. The title screen will stay. So I used to always, when I had my television too, and I had like a TV above my bar. When I first moved in here, I always had Burger Time playing just on the TV because it would never turn off. But yeah, like that, I'd really like to do that setup, but like an HDMI one for like my upstairs or for when I go out, like out of my covered porch in the back, like when we do 4th of July and play baseball, it'd be nice to just have HDMI and not have to do a bunch of hookups through VCR and stuff like that. Although this RCA one I never had before either, so it's very good too. But anyways, King Crab in the house. Anybody have a beer bottle with a mouse in it? Beer bottle with a mouse in it.
That's from Strange Brew as well.
Oh. If you get free beer, you got a mouse in your bottle. As long as you don't have to pee so bad, you can taste it. Oh my God. Yeah, let's check out some Astro Smash. I'm gonna pull up Jeff's because to me that's the best one. And then we don't have to play any other ones after that. Because he had such a good time. I think this is probably his favorite game, as you could tell by where it says right here, this game sucks.
Now that was just a quote from my video, though. That's why it's in quotes. Go left, no. Go right, no. Not working. I don't know what the deal is with this game and Popeye for television, but the controls do not work for me on either game.
All right,
here we go. Lock and chase.
Here he goes. Look at the agility on this.
It starts off fairly well, and then it really goes
see here on the red. See the little red dot on the upper right? That's the slower one.
And he doesn't go right.
I bet if you hit disc when you start it, I think that'll make it go faster. To me, it's easier to control when it's faster, but that's just me.
Yeah, I didn't even bother to check.
I'll
have to try it. See if it helps me.
Oh, a miracle.
Apologize.
Right when I wanted to.
Can you use either controller with this game? Anyone know?
Ooh.
I don't know off the top of my head.
Are there games on television like that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
2 miracles. One more, and I'm going to be safe.
Jeff, you play the 8K version. That'd
Oh.
be fun. Yeah, this is where it starts to go downhill, though.
My only hope is to pick up the $. I mean, that's it.
Curse in this video too.
Oh my gosh.
That's right. Now it's so late at night.
No. Jackass.
I could not turn.
I think that was my last $. Sign too. Where do these guys come out right away? No. He turned right without me pushing him right.
You're right though. It is like if you're trying to like pass by something and you go, if you don't know when to turn, like it'll just he won't even respond to it. Or the stopping. I don't like. Sometimes I can't stand the stopping. You know, where you just like all of a sudden he'll just stop. But sometimes it'll.
Oh. That's it. I can't take these controls anymore. This game sucks.
I couldn't turn left, right when I wanted to. It was crazy. And so when I came home today to check the controller in the system, I put in Ladybug because that's, you're another maze.
Yeah.
And it worked fine. I don't know what the deal is with this game of Popeye, but Ladybug worked. Yeah, PJ, I passed the $. Yeah, I did. Unfortunately, it wouldn't go left. My 9-year-old self with school children. I'm sure you would have.
You passed the $.
Oh man, I was so frustrated. It sounded like I threw my controller, but I actually didn't.
You're like, oh, you're like Yosemite Sam. You frickin' He says your rage is way less satisfying than Nick's. What's really funny is Nick was just calling me right now, and I was like, hey, man, I'm live doing a show. He probably like, aren't you over your show yet at this point? No, I started late because I'm a weirdo. I was like, hop on. Oh, I think he's getting ready for Retro Roots tonight. But anyways, let's see, where is this? This is me. Let's throw my fantastic run here. Not really.
We do a little bit of swearing too.
Where'd I go? Why is it? Can you guys see that?
Holy cow! No,
you can't.
Well, yeah, it's you're showing the whole screen. It's coming. It's going in about 10 times. Like,
okay. Hold on. Let me stop this here. That was weird. Let me try this again. Share Chrome. No.
There it is. I'll just expand that out. Yeah, there
it is. Okay, cool. I don't know what happened. I clicked on the tab instead of the. Yeah, anyways. So I was so frustrated at this point because I had played, I don't know, about 10 different games, and I was like, because I was trying to practice, and
it's not easy.
See how much faster that's going though, Jeff? And it has like the white dot.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So like that I always do the disc level because to me it's, even though it's not the greatest controlled game, it is a little faster, and to me it takes the turns better, just in my opinion.
I agree. Yeah.
Because it's something about that slow, like that slow, like the red and blue and green levels are just like, I don't know. It's like everything's bloop, 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 and then by the time you go to turn, he's like turned in one different direction, and I think score-wise, this is pretty epic for what I did. But I think my first game I was doing, I actually got to the telephone, which is probably as high as I've ever been.
I can't tell you about years ago because I think it went quite a bit further than I can now. But
yeah,
man, it's like they chase you down in this.
A lot less money you thought. Yeah, exactly. See, even I'm complaining about that too. What a ripoff. Jeff scored a beat. I think it was like 6,000 something. No,
I was in the threes.
Oh, I'm sorry, 3. Yeah, like 33 something. I think.
Yeah.
So another thing I've never done in the whole time I've ever owned this game, and this is one of the ones I had as a kid, is actually lock in one of the cops.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I've really never done that, which is, you'd think, wow, you never did, and I just never had the skill to do it. And I actually pull it off, I think, in this game here.
But it doesn't give you a whole lot of points.
And to me, it's just like, okay, and like it doesn't really help you for the most part either. Well, sometimes, but to me, it's hard. You risk dying to try to lock one of them in more than it is to, because they are just after you and on you. They're going to change direction. Well, that was my fault right there. But. Back from the dead. What's happening? Luke's awakening. What's
Luke's
happening? No, I turned left.
See?
I turned. I'm like, my thumb was on it. Yeah, so 14,180 is my top on that. Jeff, are you watching that one or no?
No, it was,
It's all right. It's all
I
right.
came back in time to hear you say, I turned.
But the same thing is like what I was saying was, let me turn that off. Got the score up there, but like as far as the icon. So as far as like, I think you should try it on the disc speed, the white dot, because I think your turns are going to be a lot easier to make when it's going full speed. I know you hate it, but just try it once.
No, I want to try and see if it works because
those slow ones are to me, it's like if you don't press left or right, it's really hard to make those turns when it's going that slow. But I try the the start with the disc. Make sure it has that white dot on the upper right corner.
I'll give that
because you were on red, and I think red is like frustrating as hell. But not as frustrating as blue, though. I think blue's even slower.
That's why I guess not reading the manual here.
So yeah, you want the white dot. So we basically just hit disc to start the game at the title screen.
Okay. I don't know what I hit then.
It'll go. Yeah, you might have hit like the pad because I think I used to have one here.
Okay.
Actually, I think
blue, green, red, and disc.
You hit one because one is red, and one is like the slowest.
The manual says blue is slowest. Then green, then red, and then disc.
Yeah, so you were the one before disc, but disc to me is a big jump between the disc and red.
I'm gonna try that and see if I'll report back next week if it's better.
Just because I like the game, it's just it's.
Oh yeah, I like the game. I played the
but I was doing the same thing. You're still gonna bitch about it because I was bitching. Everybody bitches about the control because it is a thing. It is a real thing, but it'll be a lot better. It'll be at least 50% better. I think. I think. Let's see. Share.
There's a few of them in the world, but that's the improved version. And I tell you, it plays so much better. All right, lock the chase, tap on the disc. One player.
The disc.
Try to do our opening to start. The important thing I'm going to try to do is
look at that. Look at that resolution.
All the dollar signs.
Looking at making those turns.
Turning with no problems and no issues. Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
I was a little lucky there.
I was gonna say that was really lucky because when to me they have a really big hit detection box. Like if you even graze them, usually you get arrested right there.
Higher level, it goes 500, 1,000, 2,000, 4,000. So, but if you don't get it,
yeah, those that bank vault is absolutely crucial in a score game.
Yeah.
I mean, in those two, that.
I didn't see him coming. He was sneaking through.
Or you ever get where you're waiting at a side door and then they actually pursue you. They're waiting for you to come through on the other side. Like they'll literally wait for you, which to me is a little way harder than Pac-Man. See, there you go.
I won't
Right
get a
there.
chance either this time. I won't get a chance. Let's get the level cleared.
That's another great tactic is to just kind of throw a door up just to kind of block them because they seem to almost like be magnetized to them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there we go.
Because what I was doing in my when I was a few games in, I was starting to do that. I'd block off I'd go past the purple guy on the right, then I'd throw a door so that he wouldn't come up, and I'd start clearing the top because the other two, the red and the green, take a while to get out. Well, the red comes out. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's good points.
But I've usually throw a blocker there and throw a blocker for the red and then try to clean up the top part before the other two come out.
And we got the crown, too. Thanks. Oh, get over there. Very important. Nice. It doesn't freeze them very long, does it?
No, not at all. And in the arcade version, what's happening there? I know they just turned purple here, but that's supposed to be them. That's supposed to be the cops. Like you're jumping up for joy because you got the money, and the cops are shooting tears out of their eyes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But they're like jumping and crying and mad, while that's that's what that sound's supposed to be. Because it's on the Evercade Data East Arcade Collection. I actually just played a game of it the other day. It's pretty nice.
That's a good one. Oh, go and trap. Oh, trap. Oh, just enough.
Are the rumors true that someone's come up with a speed up chip for Intellivision like the Ms. Pac-Man arcade one? I don't know.
Not that I've heard of.
Yeah, I could do mashed potato install on that for sure. One Inch says, any real stories of running from the cops after robbing a bank? No, none here. Not yet.
But I'm not dead, so let's get to 500 points just to do it. All right, that's a bonus. Anything I get now is just a complete better bonus because
Ian's worst nightmare.
Yes.
So Pete, are the controls on your flashback, they look like they're like dead on pretty much.
Meaning, do they? Yeah, they work. They're in good shape.
Oh wow! And there it is.
Except right there.
Yeah, that was the same thing. Slid by that, couldn't get it to go in, right?
14,000.
14. What did I have, Pete?
14,180.
Oh
My God! I almost got you, but nope, you beat me. Oh,
I went first too. So. I said, "Oh, Chuck, like that." He says, "I went first." And,
oh man,
that might be the closest one we've ever had.
that was cool,
pretty
man.
close.
My favorite bank robber game is Bagman Arcade. I don't know if I've ever played that one. Yeah, Lock and Chase. Pete beat me though. He beat me. What's up, Canadian gamer? Yeah. I had that one as a Jeff looks sad. I had that one as a kid. That was, I never remember the order we got them, but I know it was always my when my mom and dad would go out for the evening, you could tell my dad would be like, let's stop by Kmart or let's stop by Sears or something, or because he wanted to pick up another game, So being the fact that it was basically his, machine, and then he'd be like, oh, we need to get one for the kid. We need to get one for Chuck too, So they'd pick me up like Donkey Kong and he'd get auto racing, So then we get a couple of them. And then I remember Lock and Chase. I don't even know maybe why we got Lock and Chase. Maybe because it looked like Pac-Man or something. I don't know. But it was all the games that we got were my dad picked out. I don't think as far as in television games, I never went and picked any out myself. It wasn't like it was more my dad having fun and bringing games home that I was able to play. Like I never opened up for Christmas and went, oh wow, look at Night Stalker. It's like, no, my dad got Night Stalker and I was able to play his game, But yeah, we didn't have too many. I guess we kind of did, but not like Astro Smash, Lock and Chase, bowling, Night Stalker, both golf games, hockey, baseball. Basically, we had all the sports games. Except, you know what? We didn't have football. We never got football.
He's typing. He kind of looks like he's playing almost like a bongo or something on top of that gamepad.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. No, I don't know. So there's like certain like Lock and Chase I had, but I always was never that good at it. And I remember going over, like my mom and dad have these friends. They'd always have coffee or go over or have for drinks or go camping, whatever. And they lived really down the street from us. So I forgot it was their kids were home. And so my mom and dad brought me over to their house and they had an Intellivision. And And their kids were way older though. So my dad's friend's son, he was probably a teenager at the time. Him and his friends were over in their living room. So while the adults were all like playing poker or doing whatever, we went into the other room and watched them playing television, and they had lock and chase. And this kid had all the way to the top every icon and was just going nuts, like so good at it. And I was like, oh my God. And that was when I couldn't even get past the second level.
Yeah.
You know, which I'm not, it's real hard to do that now still, but yeah, I really like it. Oh, Bowley, yeah, that's right. Nick, what's happening? Yeah, Lock and Chase is one of my favorites, man. I remember my dad playing. He only played a few games, but that was one of them. Yeah, I mean, I think back then it was like those maze games, and there was no Pac-Man on it at the time. I don't think it had come out yet, or if it had, there was not a good version of Pac-Man on any type of home system. And I think Lock and Chase, which was a Data East game, was just kind of something that you could play as a maze game. But yeah, man, that's awesome. Thanks for the comment, man. Yeah, like that. It's a lot of memories for me too. Just the sounds. Like I remember, I didn't even know it was an arcade game. I always just thought it was an Intellivision game until so many years back when I was like, oh, it's a Data East game, and it was in the arcade, and it looked a lot weirder and different and fun. But yeah, I played it on the Evercade, man. That original one. So our poll going right now is the next game, and we got some sports ones on there. So thank God one of the sports one is leading, and it is bowling at 41%, auto racing at 15%, golf at 17%, and Astro Smash at 29%. We've got 35 votes in. So I'm stoked on bowling, guys. Like I am giddy for some bowling. I'll tell you that. Yeah, heck, you know what? I'll do auto racing too. I'll do auto racing as well.
TV's Hasselhoff is asking about getting the 8K version of it. I was just looking on Intellivision.us, go to the ROMs vault, or you can go to Intellivision Revolution and go to the store and go to the ROM store. Basically, they call it the ROM vault. It's a combination between Intelligent Vision and Intellivision Revolution. Anyway, the 8K version is free there, so you can download it right from that spot.
Not a single rocket fire. Well, that's good, dude. That's really good.
I'm going to be playing it tomorrow night on my stream, too. Hey, Mike.
Michael, what's going on? The Iron Dome works. Yeah, auto racing was one that we got. And I remember playing that, and man, I used to have so much fun trying to explore the different tracks, and you'd crash and the cool thing is you crash into a pond, and then between the brakes and turning the car, you can basically turn your car any direction in the ponds or the lakes. Well, I guess you'd call them ponds, and then go through, be able to kind of work your way through a couple trees and then get to a different track. So I guess they're all connected on one giant map, anyways. Didn't someone put out like a big map at one point? Team Auto Racing. How about a ROM tutorial some night? Canadian Gamer says, we going to see some Halloween themed content on your channel this month. Yes, actually. I'm going to have a Halloween special with a couple of the games I want to do is Ghostbusters on Atari 2600, which I've never played. And then I'm going to try doing a run at Nightmare on Elm Street for the NES. So it should be really fun. Michael Hayes is the one. Okay, yeah, the world map. I remember seeing that somewhere, but I can't remember where. But yeah, because every track is connected, right, Michael? Excuse me. Oh, which version of auto racing do I have? Oh my God, I don't even know. I wouldn't know even how to tell. Is there a way to tell? Because the one I have, it seems to, I usually use that disc like a steering wheel, man. So I swipe it around the corners, come back, kind kind of like one hand in it, doing the steering. Anyways, just the viewers says top sports games. See, mine, baseball and bowling, I think are the two best games ever made on this system, as far as sports. Oh, game facts. Okay, cool, man.
I gotta say the same too, Chuck. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. The baseball games are the baseball and World Championship baseball is a little bit better, but the original almost better because I found World Championship added some things that were really neat, like the fly balls and the sliding and stuff, but it made some parts a little bit too easy.
Yeah.
I like the original and love bowling, of course.
I think Kool-Aid Man and Scooby-Doo's Maze Chase qualifies as Halloween games on television. People don't forget those.
Yeah.
I can always do Night Stalker, too.
Then you have Pumpkin Mischief, homebrew. Hey, Kurt.
Wait, which one was Pumpkin? Why did I never? I think I've heard of it.
Pumpkin Mischief. I think you can just download it for free. Is Oscar Toledo Gutierrez made it. Oscar Toledo G made it.
I have 3 different labeled auto racing cards.
There's another pumpkin game, too, that he made. There are 2 different ones. Pumpkin Mischief is the most recent one, and I can't remember what the other one is.
Nice. Yeah, I might have to do Night Stalker in there too. I'll have to do some sort of a. Well, I also have.
Monster has to be a Halloween game.
But yeah, oh man, I wish I could afford all those. I have it's funny. I went over to televisioncollector.com.
Yep.
And I made a cart. I have 3 homebrews in my cart. I have the Poker Risque. The Show Must Go. Yeah, exactly. Ooh la la. The Show Must Go On, and what was the other newest one? And Penguin Land. But I might switch Penguin Land over to one of the other ones, the Frankenstein's Monster. That might be cool too.
Yeah.
But I have Zombie Madness, which I don't think I've ever put out.
Yeah, there's another one that could be a Halloween game.
So.
Who else is Death Race? PJ just put out Death Race. That could be a Halloween game.
Hockey and improved hockey. Baseball and football. I had the same steering input that you described. I think that was the first release that customers complained about. See, I don't mind that one where it just stays one direction, where you're always facing whatever the front of the car, that's the direction. I just learned to play it like that. That might be why. I love World Series, Major League, top notch for 83 plus all the extra hardware to use. Pumpkin Master. Okay, yeah. I guess you already said
Pumpkin
that.
Master, Pumpkin Mischief. There's 2 different ones. Yeah, that's right. That was the other pumpkin game. I said there's another one too, other than Pumpkin Mischief. Pumpkin Master.
Yeah, the horse racing was the gambling, I think. But yeah, that's why it was the green. Got to catch up here. Do you purchase FUBAR from a television collector? No, I haven't. I really need to I just need to come up. I just don't have the extra money right now. Like maybe in a few weeks. That's why I put them in a cart and I'm hoping they're still going to be there, but I'm ready to get them. I put a lot of time in saying, damn you in television for all the good memories. Yeah. The show must go on.
That's a great game.
Yes.
I really enjoyed that one. Hey, geeks. What's going on, Nick?
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? I just got a phone call from you. From your other self. There are 2 of me here. And there are 2 of you here. So, yeah, no, as far as the bowling to me is what, and we're at, let me check. Okay. So we're at a kind of a little standoff, not too much, but we have 38 votes in, bowling at 37, ASTROSMASHED at 32. Looks like auto racing and golf don't have a chance in this one. So it's bowling or ASTROSMASH and at 37 to 32. So get your votes in now. Get your votes in. We're either knocking down some pins or knocking out some asteroids. The way I look at it. Bowling it is. Great Queen Son. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of them like the local motion. See, I always thought Happy Trails and local motion were the same thing. Now I know that for a fact that Happy Trails is completely different. Well, not complete. I mean, it's probably a sliding tiles, but like I don't even know if I've ever played locomotion, to be honest.
I have that, but I haven't played it yet.
So that'd be one we'll have to do. Bowling for soup. Bowling for soup. No soup for you. But yeah, there's so many we still haven't done, man. Jeff, do you have Commando yet or no?
No.
Commando's such a great game. Did we do Dreadnought Factory yet either?
No.
So there's a bunch. I need to start making a list. I need to literally make a list and cross out what we've already done. Yeah, because there's so much that I keep forgetting that we haven't done. Like I was so surprised that we never did Astro Smash.
Yeah. Well, we said that
I
right
was
at
like
the beginning that it's gonna take so long.
That's what it was. But
Yeah.
you know what? It's like I don't mind. I mean, it's like not only we have to watch the whole thing, and plus next week's 10-10-2022 10 whatever we were saying. So we got to do something special, right?
That's right.
It would have been the release of the Amico. The dude abides and approves. Hook up an ECS and do a multiplayer Mind Strike. I never had an ECS either. Now, if I'm not mistaken, can the ECS still be hooked up to a master component, or does it have to be an Intellivision 2 only?
No, I think it's either.
Because I figured they would work kind of the same way.
But it seems to me that the system changer has to be with the Intellivision 2.
Okay.
Atari games. I'm not 100% sure, but I bet you $100 Mike Hayes knows. Mike's going to come on my channel sometime in the near future, probably the next month or so. Mike's going to come on for an interview on my Tuesday night stream as well. So just
cool.
Everybody heads up. We're going to talk a lot about his history with the television and all the programming he's done over the years, including what will be his newest release coming right up, which we won't let the cat out of the bag yet, but y'all know the game. So,
all right, that sounds awesome. Any television supports ECS except Tutor Vision. Good old Tutor Vision. Who knows? Maybe my System 3 is a Tutor Vision. We'll never know. Who will?
Well, you should find out. Trade it for 2 or 3 System 3s. You could get your Tandy Vision, your Sylvania, and your System 3, and your Super Pro, the Sports Edition, all for your Tutor Vision.
Yeah. I have that's another thing. I got to go and check that store because to be honest, I don't think anybody, I guess maybe I underestimate the Intellivision community because I think there's just little pockets of people that love that system everywhere. But
yeah,
the last couple times I went up to that store, like I went there so many months back, and then I went again when we did, I think it was when we did Donkey Kong because I didn't want to open up my sealed copy. And they still had that Sears one and up on the top on display. And I go, it's only $70? I go, he goes, yeah, it's all refurbished, works fine. And I go, oh my God, I got to buy that. And of course I didn't. And I went back again, when I get Donkey Kong, I'm like, oh my God, it's still there. I'm like, I don't think anybody's going to buy that. And so I should go up there and be like, hey, I know you've had that up there for a bit. Would you take, and I'll throw them $60. I'm not even going to ask. I'm just going to ask for $10 off. I'd be like, if I throw you, would you take 60 for that? And then buy like a couple cartridges or something else with it, buy some like a Sega Genesis stuff.
That's nice. Yeah. Is it in the box? Sorry.
You know what? I'm trying to remember. I think that I can't remember because a lot of them, what they did is they had the systems, they had them like up on these like wire shelves, but then they had above them usually was the box.
Right. And
I can't remember if that one had a box above it because they had I think they had like a 7800 and a Atari 2600 and a Coleco and a bunch of other Sega, but they had all the boxes above them, but they had them all out of the boxes in front of the shelf. But I can't remember. That one might not have had it for that price. I don't think there was a box.
I've got the Sears the Sears system already, but I don't have a box.
I think the Super Pro system is the only one that might have 2Division hardware. To find out, check to see if the system front GROM is different.
The rumors that I heard is that it could also be System 3s, but I'm not sure on that, Mike. So that's just listening to the television areas and stuff.
Michael Hayes, work your magic. So is Fubar still on in television? Which
You get
which
the
one
ROM.
was? Oh, just it's the ROM. That's
The
what it
ROM.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I got that's another thing I need to figure out is to God, my phone's blown up. Is to figure out how to do like if I just to emulate certain games, like I said, unless obviously I can't emulate baseball where I'm gonna have to use like the pad for selecting or like stuff where you need the pad to fire or something, but like games like bowling where you just need to pull it up for a second to select and then pull be done. Because the weird thing, this is another reason I think, and I don't know if we're going to see anymore, but when they put this on new systems, let's say, I think they need to do, because if you remember, if I'm not mistaken, and I could be wrong, on Intellivision Lives for like PS2 and Xbox and stuff like that, didn't they have a version of the baseball where it would highlight to whatever you press the analog stick to or wherever it flew by? Wasn't that the way to play that?
I don't know.
I might have to. God, I don't even. Do I have it? Yeah, I have a PS2. I guess I could look, or I could pull it out and try to see. Because I thought there was a way to where, because it would say pull up, number pad, with the shoulder buttons and blah blah blah, and you pull up the big old controller on the screen. But obviously, you can't play baseball like that because it would cover up half the screen. With two people using them at the same time, you wouldn't even be able to see. But I thought that for the person working outfield, that you would highlight with the analog stick the players. And I almost thought there was a version where it would highlight to the player closest to the ball so that you didn't need the number pad, so you could play it for the PlayStation or the Xbox. But I can't remember, man. I have to pull it out. Television Lives with 6th-gen consoles was awful. You could open up the overlay by pressing select. Yeah. A friend of mine out there somehow managed to hack an NES Power Glove to work as a controller to it in television. What? And it still sucks. Don't know of any highlight. It was either that or like directional. It was so weird. Because a lot of those games, like you'd press, an Xbox controller, had the 4 A, B, X, Y, control. Well, just like all of them had 4. Everything had 4 buttons, and then your shoulder buttons and your triggers. But I remember when you pressed some of those buttons, it would. Some of them would. You could. I'd have to look at it. I'm just talking out of my ass, but I remember there was a way to to use 1 through 9 on the keypad using the analog sticks somehow in different directions you'd press. And maybe it was that coincided with because there was a way to play, but it was completely crappy. It didn't work very well. But that's how you could play baseball without having to pull up the overlay every time. If it zoned as it went by the players, that would be exactly. So that's what I'm saying. If they did like another version, that they need to do something like that where it just highlights the closest player to ball. Tell me ideas for a new game using the Power Gloves. Bad enough. I want to make it. Oh, you want Rob the Robot? Oh, that'd be amazing.
Now the real trick is to make a game for the Intellivision that uses Rob the Robot.
Ooh, I'd buy that for $1. Yeah, No, I need to really. I think that what I might have to do is start buy them. I wanted to buy all three of those home brews, but I might have to definitely get Poker Risque because I just don't want to miss out on that one. Just ooh la la. Just
all
because
time on Pete's video.
I just love poker and blackjack, and I don't know, just something about the green with the cover art, and
Yeah.
I might have to get that. I know there's probably better ones that are like Show Must Go On's awesome and everything, but something about the poker, I just may have to get it. I just might have to get it.
No, I just thought of next time I have a problem with one of these games,
Oh,
I should
no.
pull out my Intellivision 2. See if it works any better.
Oh yeah, especially like Lock and Chase where you're not really
Yeah,
using
really.
anything with your disc.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out.
That would be kind of neat. Thank God. There's someone. This must be I must have. My phone's going off every 2 seconds. I'm gonna set it back over here. It's probably because it's wrestling night and it's after 8:00. Yeah, that's a bunch of AEW chatter going right now. Did you see the pizza guy Luigi Primo come out spinning the pizza pie, and then they knocked him out during when Chris Jericho came out? It was the funniest guy. He's like, I'm Luigi Primo. And he's like spinning the dough like this, like the whole time. And there's stacks of pizzas. He's like a pizza chef. Oh my God. It made me laugh so hard, man. And they ended up knocking him out cold. I'm sorry. I just think AEW is funny.
He comes in, he's like a regular wrestler. He comes in, he's on the indie scene, he's spinning his pizza and hitting.
Yeah. I don't even think it's a real pizza dough. It's
No,
like
it's not.
It's one of those practice. I think it must be like a practice dough that pizzerias or whatever use. But like it's a really thin piece of like silicone rubber or something. But he does it just like a pizza. He's like, whoa, and he's flipping it. And then I think it was did Jericho or one of the Jericho's guys was arguing with him, and he knocks him out cold. He just lays there for the rest of the show and with his apron over his head.
Jericho's hilarious on when he is doing commentary with the guys. Oh my God, he's so funny.
Oh yeah, that's great too. That's absolutely amazing. So we got 2 more minutes before this poll closes. We got 43 votes in. We are at bowling 36%, AstroSmash 30%, and honorable mentions auto racing and golf 16 and 18. But we are almost there. We are almost there. Not me this time, says Nick. I don't know what that means.
About blowing your phone up.
Yeah, I'm calling you.
Oh, not me this. Oh, yeah, you're right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for helping me with my brain. Yeah, so this looks like it's gonna be. It looks like it's gonna end up being bowling. Yom Kippur happens tonight, so I'm headed to Jerusalem tonight. Y'all have a good night. Shalom. Hey, take care. You have a good one. Stay safe. All right. Stay safe. Yom Kippur. Did I say Kippur? Yom Kippur. Yom Kippur. I might have said it wrong. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about this because I'm actually going to be able. Now the thing is I've been doing every once in a while, like every couple weeks, I pop in bowling and try to record it. I'm like, I'm going to record me doing a really good game, and I'll play it for about 45 minutes to an hour, and then I'll start just raging until I turn it off and go, because I don't know what it is. It's like I just haven't played a good game ever since I was younger, and I try my best and I know what I'm doing. I play with friends and I'm usually pretty good. And the other day I got up to about 190 something. So it's like, or no, I'm sorry. I got to 218. And I think once you hit 250, once you have 250, it'll play the tune or part of the tune. And if you get a perfect game, it'll play the whole song, or it's supposed to, from what I remember. But yeah, and I got so close, and after like an hour, I was like, I had to turn it off, and I kind of raged a little bit. I was like, I need to calm down. But I love it so much, but I try to get so good. And what'll happen is I'll get like 4 strikes in a row. Then I'll do a spare, and then all of a sudden I'll just drop off and do a
7-10 split.
Oh yeah, and then those things, then I'll get like 2 or 3 of those in a row, and then the first one I'll go and hit it, and it'll pop over, and boom, hit it perfectly, and I'm like, oh, like perfect, and then the rest of them I'll just wreck and ruin my score, and then I just go, God, and I'll reset again, or like I'll get like three frames in, and I'll just get mad and reset it, and then be like, come on, I can do better than that, and I just I push myself so much on it. Viking Stew, rock on, brothers.
Hey, Viking.
Good to see you, man.
Chuck, what would be a boss move on your part for next week?
What's that?
You show our videos, and then you just come on live and beat us both.
There you
that
go.
Would be cool. I don't know if I can pull that off, but I'm gonna have to speak. I won't spoil what happens at 300.
I don't know. I didn't think anything happened at 300. I've never seen it. That's for sure.
My dad did it once, and but I have a very vague memory of it.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure it's a song that plays for like a full tune, though. Well, take care, Michael.
Hey, Mike.
Wasn't someone? Were we talking about a new bowling game coming out? But is it just going to be a ROM though?
Super Pro Bowling is out now again through Intelligent Vision, free, and it's ROM. Yeah.
Oh, I need to get that. I need that.
Yeah, it's good.
Is
Have
it
you
an
played
updated
it?
version?
Yeah. It's an updated version. Just gets rid of speeds things up, so it's not as slow in between everything, and it just tightens it all up a lot.
Really?
Yeah. It's very good.
Are you-
Dave
are you-
Hardy does all those. He does a great job of taking these games and just tweaking them, making them better, right? Like he did with Shark for that matter, or Battlestar Galactica, Space Battle Star Galactica, right?
I would really love a physical of that, dude. I'd pay if I had to pay to just, dude. I'd probably pay $100 just to, or $150 just for
what you need
if he
is
made like 3 boxes of them, you know.
Be patient and get yourself an LTO flash, then you can play ROMs and you're on the physical,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's what I need to get. Is LTL is definitely what I need to
flash.
invest in.
Yes, yeah.
That's what I definitely need to invest in.
They'll be back. They'll be back. They're gone right now, but they'll be back.
One musician said his Wildstar guitar playing came from bowling. Huh. What musician said his wild style of guitar playing came from bowling?
Eddie Van Halen.
I was gonna say that, or then I was gonna throw a curve and say Donkin, but never mind. Oh, there it is. Spoiler, you don't hear the Ride of the Valkyries at 300.
No, that's the Sub Hunt and Checkers.
But you hear that at 250, you hear the first few of that.
No, it's the Tchaikovsky's 1812 Overture is what you hear. It's a 200.
Hold on, let me see. Let me see if I can pull up a YouTube video.
Because it's actually the number 10 of my favorite top 10 pieces of Intellivision theme music. That was number 10.
I'm going to look this up here. Oh, shoot. Here it is. All right. Let me pull this up. Share screen. I don't know who this is. Oh, Retro Smack.
Oh, he's already over 250 though.
Yeah, it's anything over 250, but then 300 is supposed to be something different.
But it's over 200. You get the.
But at a perfect game, I think you get the full song.
Okay.
Oh, this is an emulated version. Very bad. Yeah, see, that's only the first few notes.
Yeah.
See, from what I remember, it was supposed to, like I said, it's very vague, but that's what I think when Michael's hey, good night, Michael. Thanks. That's what he's saying too. At 300, it's you get a full song. From what I remember when my dad did it was once, like he got a perfect 300.
Yeah. There's nothing
You
online
get balloons
all
and
with it, right?
Oh my god, that's hard to do, man. Like I said, I'm having a problem even hitting 250 at this point, right? It was Pete Townsend and the Smothers Brothers show where Keith Moon blew out of one of Pete's eardrums. yeah, and Snafu was pretty catchy. Well, anyways, I'm closing the poll, and it definitely won 36-29. The other two at 18 and 18. Bowling wins. So next week, 10/10/2022 will be the ASTROSMASHED version of bowling. Our release of bowling.
I got to start practicing. I've barely played it.
So the main thing, Jeff, and for all you and television fans out there, so the main thing is once you set everything, I say we set slickness at 5 because that's pretty much middle of the road slickness for the game. So that way everybody's playing on same slickness to be fair. You can do right or left.
This before.
What's that?
I've never played that. It's almost always the same, right?
Yeah. I always do slickness 5. Like I've done that. I think that's my dad did. That's what do you usually do?
0, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, you're really gonna grip on a spin then.
Yeah.
See, this one gives it a little. To me, this is like pretty even. Because to me, 5 is it's got some slickness, but it's not. It's wax, but it's not like hardwood. It's not like it's just in middle of the road. As far as so here's like you have to set your. So you're gonna have a white thing. Jeff, you've never played it, right?
No, I've played it just only a handful of times, and so
you're basically your bottom button. When you set everything, your left top 2 are gonna move your guy up and down. Like I do a curve right from where my guy's standing, so I never move my guy. I do, but I'm a right-handed guy. So what I would do is I hold this down until my white dot gets to where I want it, and you can keep it held down if you happen to pass it. It'll just keep going, and then you just release it when you want it to stop. And where it stops is where that ball's going to land when he throws it. So he starts running as soon as that you release that, and that's before he throws that ball to the lane. That's when you hit your disc to set your angle. And then you can actually do an extra loft by the side button and then another split second after that. But I never usually use that. By the time I do that, it usually messes it up, the curve. But so I usually do like a 6 o'clock curve from where he's standing. And I usually bring the ball just to where it touches the edge. And that does like a left-hand curve in the pocket.
And I think that's about the same no matter where. Like, what weight ball do you use?
I use 16-pound ball because in real life, a grown adult male is supposed to be 16 pounds.
Yeah.
So, which insane. Like I went bowling like so many months back, and I was like, "Holy shit!" I was like, "These are pretty heavy." I was like, "People they're like, no, 16." I'm like, "Well, I wasn't gonna be like, give me a 12-pounder." I was like, "No, I'll play with everybody's playing with." But I was like, "Oh my god, these things you gotta like." No wonder you wear those. A lot of people are getting those wrist straps and stuff. Throwing a 16-pound bowling ball, right? But yeah, I do 16 pounds and slickness 5, and then that's to me that everything's kind of regulation, if you will. And then I mean your curves or your straight ball, 3 o'clock straight ball in the center. A lot of people play that. It's all about your guy. Where your guy's running needs to line up exactly where the white dot is. If anything's off, and you can purposely move it off to this way or off to this way, the white dot, and then it'll just curve that direction. So if I'm trying to make a spare that's a little down, like to the right, because if you're looking sideways, I should say, I'll line them up straight and then drop it just past the straight mark, knowing it's going to angle to the right. So there's a few different ways to do it, but I have Viking says they got a 16-pound Spider-Man bowling ball. Oh, that's awesome. You guys could be pin pals.
Hey, Scallywag.
Haslov says when bowling, it's important to get the dollar sign.
Now, am I going to be able to? Am I going to be able to curve the ball right, Chuck?
Or to the left?
Yes.
Now that's the thing is you want to like practice and then read your instructions too. If you have the instruction manual, it'll actually explain everything I'm saying. But the main thing is before you stop the white dot, he starts to run, and you'd have to set your slickness on your dial before he drops and throws the ball. You know.
Do you use the loft button, Chuck?
I've done it. I've never done it, to be honest, for years. And I started messing with it like just to see, and it throws like an extra curve or an extra. To me, you don't need to use it. I've seen people do fantastic. I've seen my dad never used it. It was, it kind of gives you a little extra but if you already know, if you're trying to, you finally get into like a zone where you know where to stop it, know when to, the angle that you want on there. All you have to do is tweak that. When you throw another dynamic in that split second of him about to throw the ball where you barely have enough room time anyways, it just throws it off. And to me, you're going to mess something up because that's what I seem to do. But hey, if it works at a certain time, then that's fine too. But yeah, I never use it.
The other person here knows what real bowling is. That's candlepin bowling.
Candlepin bowling.
Candlepin bowling. That's the real one where your deadwood's part of the balls are 2 pounds 5 to 2 pounds 7 ounces. Most of them are 2.7, and you throw all 3 balls, and the deadwood stays on the alley. That's what I did for years. And the pins are straight, or relatively straight.
Oh, that's cool, man. I want to. I wish you had a clear ball with a skull inside, or like what was I trying to think of, man? On Kingpin, Big Earn's ball with the rose, the clear ball with the rose inside. Bill Murray's character. You guys remember that? Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've watched that one.
I should do a cool intro with that or something. I like when he does such a great character in that because he usually doesn't play bad guys, but he's like such a funny bad guy there. And he's like, he was running, I forget, his hair's flopping around because he has that big comb over and it's going like this, and it's like literally hanging off the side. And he goes, and I forgot the girl's name. He's like, hey, my hotel room, and he's like trying to run, and he's like dancing almost on one leg because he's running in place, and he's like my hotel room's 234. Hope to see you there. And then he runs out, and his hair's just like falling off the back of his head, and it's like so amazing. Duck pin bowling.
Duck pin is 5 pin, yeah.
Okay.
With the pins are actually on ropes or strings.
Huh. I guess it's easier to set back up, right?
Basically, yeah. Different type of reset.
He was milking the bull. That was Randy Quaid. He's like, it took a little while. Oh no, it was when they went to when they oh, there it is. Okay. That was Woody Harrelson. He goes like, got me a while. Took me a while to get her going, but afterwards I got a ton. And he's drinking from the bucket. And goes, we don't have a cow, we have a bull. And he's like, oh, that's funny. Oh my God, look at that. Yeah, they are shot put looking balls. Wow.
There's never been a perfect game thrown in this.
Really?
Yeah, no, never. It's just not possible. It's too difficult.
Never in the history of it?
No, never. This is a triple strike compilation. So you're going to see a lot of weird strikes, but it's a very interesting game. It's more interesting almost if you get to see the shots, the second and third ball with the deadwood on the alley.
Yeah.
Right?
Pete, have you played the candlepin bowling on Switch?
I have, yeah, because we talked about that as the first time I've ever actually seen candlepin bowling
That's
in
the
a
only game
video
I've ever
game.
seen with it.
Yeah.
Now, are they just using? Is this like a regular bowling alley, just kind of just modified, or is it?
Well, that's what bowling alleys are here. We have 10-pin as well, but I can't even tell you where there's a 10-pin bowling alley.
Oh, so you guys mostly have these for your bowling
That
alley?
from Massachusetts up through Nova Scotia. Yeah, it's pretty much all this. There are, like I say, there are 10-pin bowling alleys, but
Do you eat all dressed chips while playing this, Pete?
you can, but you got to make sure you keep them cleaned up. Right? Only allowed to, to eat them with your opposite hand, because if you get grease on your fingers, it helps with that you might drop the ball. Right.
So do you know the highest score ever?
It would be in the mid. I've only ever seen 200 in my life.
Wow.
Where I was there when it happened.
Now,
And
how many is there? How many pins is there?
10.
There's 10 as well. Okay.
Is
Yeah,
300
you
a
throw
perfect
all
game
three
in this too?
balls in this, right? A
throw-
good average is 100 is a good average. You're seeing this is sort of a flow because, like I said, this is like the perfect video of bowling.
It looks
Yeah.
pretty easy. They're all getting strikes.
These guys are making it look awfully easy. Yes. Yeah.
So is the scoring just like 10-pin bowling?
Exactly the same, except for you throw the third ball to try to get 10s. Like you can't get a 10 and you cannot get a 10 score in 10-pin bowling, right? You either get a spare or you take whatever pins are standing on. Whereas you throw the third ball to try to get a 10 in this game.
Oh, we get 3 shots at it.
Right, exactly. So on that note, and I'm showing you a ridiculous amount of I'm going to do this. Well, everything on here is want to see strikes. Where to strike? Lucky.
That's cool.
Triple
I
strike.
never knew about this.
Legendary 500 triple. Okay, this is like he threw 500 in three strings. 400 is considered like the epitome. Most people who bowl never get a 400 in their lifetime in 3 strings.
Pete, do you have any crokinole videos queued up?
I do not have any crokinole, but you should be doing that. You're the crokinole master.
I got a crokinole. It's a beautiful board too. I got it right here. You got to come over and play some crokinole with me, Pete.
See what I mean about the deadwood being on the plate? Some professional candidate bowlers. There's good bowling in Farrington. They have a real good alley up there. I've gone up to the championships and stuff up there before.
Pendulum pool. Yeah, this is interesting. I don't think I've ever seen this. I'm surprised I haven't.
Very regional, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
So, Pete, would you call this bowling and then what we play is bowling, just 10-pin? Because we don't say 10-pin here. We just say bowling.
I call it all bowling. Really. I don't I have probably bowled 50 strings of 10-pin in my life.
It's a lot easier. You just have to bring a little ball. You don't have to lug that big 16-pounder around.
Well, there's 4 of them. You do take 4 when you go.
Oh, so you still got that's a lot.
That's worse.
These guys are too damn good.
Yeah.
Otherwise, why would it be on YouTube, right?
Yeah, that's true, right? This is gonna be all your good ones. Bang.
I don't know. I've got a lock and chase video on YouTube.
Casey, what's happening, my friend? What's
Hey,
happening?
Casey.
Casey, how you doing?
Candlepin plus beer. Hey, I tell you what, easy to lob the ball. Anything with beer is good. I'll play this all night. I have no problems with that. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyway,
we went an hour. We went an hour and 20, so I think we made up a little bit for
that's right.
me being super late. Oh, Casey says, who is going to Portland Retro Gaming Expo next week? Anybody? No,
No,
I'm not.
I still have a rule book. We can cancel it.
I'd love to, but I just can't afford it. I went too many trips this year.
Big block. Supposedly all 4 balls are the same, but to be quite honest, there would be certain ones that I would throw for the first ball, certain ones that I would throw for the second one, and that's just the way it was from repetition.
Oh, Casey's going. That's cool, man.
Oh, yeah,
man, I think there's some cool stuff there, man. Check out homebrews. There's got to be some homebrews there.
What, for what? In television?
I think Atari and in television.
Oh yeah, in television there's going to be probably many. It would be a lot. It'd take a lot of money to get them all. Let's put it that way.
Yeah,
I know of over a dozen off the top of my head. So
yeah. Oh, speaking of a dozen,
so all that out in this weekend's Indie Homebrew News and Spotlight. All the details on who's bringing what to
well, there you go, Casey. Check out
at least in a sort of a mystical way. You'll know how much you're going to get to spend. You'll know what the names of a lot of the games are.
It's going to be a lot of this. I got a email saying they're shipping me The Sorrow of Galdon Thor. Finally, it's been almost a couple years now.
Wow.
When that come out, Chuck, you're the first person I thought of because you've been waiting for that. You're the only person I know that bought the original and didn't bother to get the ROM.
No, well, I have no way to play the ROM. That's why.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm an inbox physical guy, and that's I cannot wait to add it to my shelf. And hopefully, if all goes well in the next few weeks, I can get a few of those. I got to get Poker Risque, and I want to get so many, all the Intellivision collector ones I want to get. Yeah. To me, those are the best right now that have come out. But I do want to get Frankenstein's Monster as well.
Yeah. Right now it's off the site, right? The Television Revolution, it's off the site.
Yeah.
Television Revolution has changed everything around. It'll be back. Stuff will be back.
Oh, okay. I haven't looked recently. The only one I was on was Intellivision Collector, and I put them in my cart already, and so far they're still there. But
okay.
But I mean, I don't know, man. Oh yeah, yep. Homebrews, lots of hanging out and dinners. Don't know how much you want to spend. Now we need Rick Dynamite on the poll. Right. Oh, that's right. Everybody does have Rick Dynamite, so I might have to throw that in the poll maybe next week. But with that being said, we will see you next week. If all goes well, I'm pretty sure. If anything, it's on me.
We'll do some bowling.
We're gonna do some bowling, gentlemen. We're gonna do some bowling finally. So I'm excited, and I'm sorry that I'm gonna beat you guys. Now I'm gonna say that ahead of time, but you know what? You're gonna learn something. That's the important.
That's the important thing.
But anyways, with that being said, what did you say you had coming up, Pete? This week?
I've got this week. I'm going to be streaming tomorrow night. We're going to do the Action Network, or at least part 1 of the Action Network. Plus, I'll probably always throw a few extra things in there too. And then I'm working on the Indie Homebrew News and Spotlight to get released this weekend. And I'm not even 100% sure of the game. I think I know what the game is going to be that I'm going to be spotlighting. But I've got 2 or 3 in mind, but I haven't really nailed it down 100% with the person whose game it is yet. So think so, though. I think I know. So we got that, and I have some pickup pickup videos to do as well. I'm behind in filming, though. Everything that I have recorded is out now. So I got to get recording again and do 4 or 5 more, and then we'll trickle those out in between everything else. So probably going to do another $100 challenge, too. Maybe with Xbox or I've also
Ooh.
thought about trying to do a Genesis one, so that would be a lot of fun as well. The $100 challenge. So.
That won't go far.
No, but you can get. But if you're,
you can get
careful,
some
you
good
find
ones.
certain videos, you can still get a pretty good little collection if you were starting of a lot of fun games to play. You aren't going to go out and buy any of the top ones, but the most expensive. But you can still get games that are a lot of fun inexpensively. So.
Well, you can start if you have someone loan you an extra $50, you can start with Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters for the Genesis?
It's $150
Oh
usually.
my god.
Around there usually. Might even be more now, who knows. But yeah, that was when I was like, I'm gonna get that. And I'm like, no, I'm not. Like I could get like 5 games for that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was kind of I would love to find that. I might have to trade some stuff. See, I have a bunch of Wii stuff that I'm kind of over, but at the same time, I'm afraid to get rid of it, knowing that it might be up in value, you know? Like I have a decent amount of Wii stuff. You know, I think I have maybe about 35, 40 games, you know? So I'm like, do I want to hold on to those Wii games? And you think maybe in another decade, those are going to be way up in price, you know, to the point where I'm not going to care.
So will they go up as enough more than what you're going to get for them?
Yeah. I don't know, like, because right now I don't see myself playing any Wii for a bit. I was on a kind of a kick like a year or two ago, and I just I was collecting a lot, and I don't know, I just kind of stopped. Same thing with Sega Master System. I actually got rid of my Sega Master System because I figured those are pretty much topped at what they're going to be at this point. And I switched back to Genesis. I was like, I'm going to focus more on Genesis, and I got rid of all those, got a bunch of Genesis. But yeah, as you see, I'm trying to get all the black box original games, which is right here, which I don't have a ton, but there's some that and there's a few of the sports ones. I don't know about those. To me, those are just like most sports games for any system.
How many of those are there, Chuck? The black box, the original.
Oh, there's a lot.
Yes, but for Genesis, how many are there?
Let me look up really quick. I think I want to say it's a lot. Black. Okay, black grid box complete. Okay, I see them. They see that's a complete set, but how many is there? All right, hold on. Wow, that's a huge.
Oh, really?
How do I? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 12. Yeah, there's about 100. So like 100 something. Yeah. Looks like. Yeah. Surprised it doesn't say. Like it's like around the page. It shows the guy's collection. I don't know where. I just randomly pulled up a page. Anyways, yeah. So it's like it's by about 100 or so. But like, there's a few of them that are like Sports Talk Baseball, Tommy Lasorda, stuff that's $20 games or not or less. Yeah. $10 games, stuff like. And to me, as great as it look on my shelf, they have literally no value. I'm never going to play them. So, there's ones I liked that I like. There is some sports games I got like Buster Douglas Knockout Boxing because I used to have that.
Ooh, I had that too.
Which is it's a great game. So, and I always thought the graphics looked cool, the sound, just the play, everything was great on it. So I actually got that, even though it's not like same with Arnold Palmer's Tournament Golf. Me and my dad used to play that. Is it the greatest game ever? No. Is it worth much? Not at all. But I got it because I want it. Then I got Sports Talk Baseball because it was a grid box game, and I picked it up for I think $9 or something like that. And I'm like, and then there was I saw like 10 other ones that were black grid box, but I'm like, all they're gonna do is take up space on my shelf, and I'm never gonna play them, and I don't really care to collect them because they're not ever gonna go in value, and I'm never gonna play them. So I'd rather get like the cool ones, like I got right now. I got Strider, Batman Returns, Quackshot, Fantasia. Tasmania. I got weird one called Green Dog, the beach surfer dude, which is a weird one.
I had Green Dog.
Yeah, so I got that. Original Spider-Man, obviously Sonic. Ms. Was Ms. Oh, Ms. Pac-Man's just black. It's not. Altered Beast comes in two different ones. One, I don't have the grid box one. I got the other one, but same thing though. Oh, I found Eternal Champions too. I haven't even done a video on that yet. Fatal Labyrinth, I have that one. Yeah, there's so much more. I got to get like Mercs and all those other ones, those early games. I have them on the Switch, on the Nintendo Switch, but anyways, Jeff, what you got coming up?
Well, I just had a video release. It's about an hour and 20 minutes ago. It's a Playdate video for a puzzle game called Generations. It's a lot of fun.
Nice.
I have another Playdate video come out tomorrow called Mad City. And I played both of these without checking anything out. I just played them first shot, trying to see what I could do. So the Mad City was interesting because there was a lot of, I was trying to figure out how the heck they can play the game. Ended up being kind of fun. And then Wednesday, Papa Pete's joining myself. Stuart is out of town. And we have the guys from Premium Edition Games coming back. I think this might be their 5th time they've been on the show.
I think it's 5, yeah.
Yeah, the 5 Timers Club. They released a direct over the weekend. That was probably their biggest direct ever. There was so much stuff packed in there. So we'll be talking about that on Wednesday. And I might have another video out by Friday. We'll see.
That is awesome. Yeah, I got some. I think I'm going to do, well, definitely got to work on this bowling. I'm also probably going to do an auto racing and a Night Stalker one. And then I got to do that Halloween stuff coming up pretty soon too. Probably mid through the month, but yeah, I can't wait to do that. But I just had a lot going on. So I had a lot of content I pre-recorded, and that's what I've been releasing lately. And then I finally starting to catch up with my newest one was Tower of Duraga, which I played the other day.
Oh, that's an interesting game.
Yeah.
It's very popular in Japan, not very popular here.
It's interesting. It's the first I played it for PC Engine, TurboGrafx, and it was yeah, it was interesting. It was weird, it takes a while to like pick up, and each time you just meet a new enemy, and there's a lot of stuff I didn't understand, like certain things I didn't understand, but once again I just jumped into it. I kind of just want to jump into them and learn them. And
how'd you like JJ and Jeff?
I thought it was terrible.
See, I like this game, and
I have to go back and play it. Like back in the day, if I had it to where I sat down for hours every few days playing it because it was the only game I had, I'd probably like it. But because I never had it growing up, I always saw it in the store and went, "That looks stupid." And
me too. I never bought it. I was like, "Oh, this looks dumb. I'm not buying this." But I ended up getting it like 6 months ago. I don't know. I think the big thing is,
is it cheap to get physical? It's got to be, right?
Yeah, it was like $35.
Oh, I might just get it boxed and keep it on my shelf.
Well, it didn't come in the cardboard box. It was just the jewel case and the manual and stuff. Because I've never saved the other one, so that's why I didn't bother with that one. But what's interesting about that game is it's not really I know everyone looks at it as a platformer, but it really isn't. It's like an adventure game. You're looking for stuff. There's a bunch of hidden things around.
Yeah, I couldn't find. I was like at the halfway through, or not halfway through. I went like three boards in or 4 boards in, but I was like, aren't we supposed to solve a mystery or find someone? I'm like, nothing that I see is like. There's like turds falling, like gigantic turd piles falling on my head from birds, and then the one dude's taking a dump in the bushes and wearing a friggin' bear costume. I'm like, I don't understand what's happening. You're kicking light poles to get coins, and
yeah, they lost a lot in translation. I'm not saying it's a great game, but I do enjoy it.
The Kato and Ken version was better because you're actually farting.
Yeah.
Where instead of you look like you're throwing like steam out of a coffee cup or something on the JJ and Jeff version. Halloween falls on a Monday. Yeah, maybe I'll do like a Sunday night, or I don't know. I'll have to see. I might do something on for Halloween as well. Maybe like a day thing. But yeah, I definitely want to do a Nightmare on Elm Street because that was one of my favorite games on NES. I really think it's a good game. Could they have done it better? Probably, but I just have a good memory of it because I got it going, oh my God, it's a Freddy Krueger game, you know. To me, it was way better than Friday the 13th, that's for sure. But anyways, thanks everyone. We will see you next week for some bowling.
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 Get some balls of
Everybody
rolling.
bowling.
I don't know
Take
why
care.
the hell we started that.